Guys, welcome to another video for MatchNX. Today we're going to talk about how to win new business. And there's a problem that we keep seeing over and over again when it comes to B2B marketing and finding this big, vast database of information and contacts that you can use. And that is expecting results from just using one email. People love to fire things out there and hope for the best. It's a spray and pray. It's this whole idea we keep talking about in terms of this is an endurance race. It's Le Mans 24 over an F1 sprint race. This takes some time to do. What we've managed to do successfully with MatchNX is to reduce the time it takes you to find those people. So we're able to find those right people faster. But what we need from you guys is to be able to get that condensed list and be able to work within the contact information, the information that you've got. So you don't just think firing one email is going to work. It may work 1 in 100 times, but just being able to contact someone once and then expect a reply is going to be a difficult ask. No matter how amazing you're doing with your driving, it's just part of the whole B2B marketing scope. And a lot of it takes time to build those relationships, build that communication and contact. So what I'm going to do today with this video is to give you a little bit more insight into what you really need to do to get the most out of your MatchNX.io subscription. And a few more marketing tips from me, Chris. Now, my background, if you've seen some of the other videos, is within B2B marketing. I have grown my career and my businesses connecting my own business with others, doing marketing from one business to another. That's exactly what you're doing as racing drivers and as teams. So I'm going to give you some really good tips that I know works within the confines of my business that will really help you to use this outbound marketing strategy that the MatchNX platform is all about. So let's go into it. So the real results that you're going to get, the real B2B results, come from that consistent side, being able to go over and over again and come back to people, and also targeting the right people. And we've tried really hard within the platform to be able to condense that into finding all those AI signals that tell us that those businesses that are in the database are not only have those intent towards motorsport and the racing. We also try and find the right contacts, but also to make sure that your user profile is finding the right people that you can have a really good synergy with. So what's really important as a really good first step is to make sure you're getting kind of multiple connections where possible. And everywhere we can do, we've tried to find the right contacts, the right person, not just the managing director of a company, but sometimes it will be head of events, head of hospitality. It might be a sales director. It might be someone that's more inclined to say yes. Not always, but sometimes we're trying to pivot towards that idea. So we're trying to build you the LinkedIn contact details as well as their own emails. And we use really good state-of-the-art stuff to find those right email addresses. So not only should you email, you should also be looking to do those LinkedIn connections. That's really, really important because those multiple connections will make people remember you, right? So a single email that gets fired out into the ether might not be seen again. But if they also see you've connected with them in LinkedIn, that's where you're going to have, this person's here again, or I didn't quite understand what they were doing, or I'm not interested to it. Actually, this looks quite interesting. So make sure you're using multiple connections wherever possible. If you've got a LinkedIn premium account, you can also use InMails, and the LinkedIn tool within MatchNX also helps you build those InMails, and that allows you to basically send an email to someone who you're not connected with. It's part of their Sales Navigator set of tools. So make sure you're using whatever you can. I strongly recommend LinkedIn is as powerful as email. I've built a big industry side sales leads from LinkedIn. About 1 in 3 of the businesses that we take on come from LinkedIn. So it's really important. It's a really underutilized platform, especially within sport and motorsport. So, make sure that you're really maximizing your LinkedIn. Follow up on these emails. This is a really crucial one. We have a whole follow-up process within the prospects side within the pipeline. So make sure you're doing your follow-ups, follow them up, give them 7 days, give them 10 days, give them 30 days. Don't go after them every day, but make sure you're following up on emails. Make sure you're following up on LinkedIn connection requests. Just be friendly, be polite, but be consistent. And just kind of really get in there. It's a really important thing for you to do, especially if you found a business that's either local to you or one that has a really good connection with what you're doing, or even better, one that has some connection to one of your current current sponsors, great synergy between sponsors and partners that you have. So make sure you're doing that as well. If they've added you to their LinkedIn network, this is vital. Make sure you're writing for them. So consistent writing on LinkedIn means that this whole audience you're building externally from MatchNX and into your own LinkedIn accounts means that you're able to write whatever you want. And really, you should be writing content that matches what they want, right? So, tell them about what benefits come from your product offer. The hospitality is it's a feature of what you do, but what are the benefits of it? You're going to be able to connect with businesses that might be able to do business with you, or these are kind of ideas you need to work towards in your LinkedIn content, because ultimately you're still trying to sell yourself on LinkedIn, and this is to a big market. And if you've got a new connection request as well, they are more likely to see that content. So make sure you're writing for the people that you are trying to sell to in the politest, nicest, most interesting way. On the LinkedIn page, we've got a whole set of stuff on there. We've got a video on there as well. So have a real look at that information, because that's vital when we're doing this whole process of finding you new potential sponsors and businesses. And after that, follow up again. There's nothing wrong with doing multiple follow-ups. Just give them some time. Don't pester people, on a daily basis, but, make sure you've got a system that allows you to, be able to reapproach people. And if that didn't work, find a different angle. If you've said something like, well, I know this business is close to Silverstone, for instance, or Thruxton, or any racing track that you're going to, reach out to them again and say, hey, look, I know we haven't spoken, but I'm at Thruxton at the weekend. Would you like to come see me on Saturday? I'd like to show you this. Offer them something, if they're really there. It's all about you building yourselves as a marketing expert. And we're going to develop more and more videos on this platform as time goes by to really help you become that important thing in motorsport, in the motorsport industry, which is to become a marketing and branding expert, which is what you crucially need to do to be able to build and progress on your racing career. So that's just some really core tips there, but just make sure that you're not sending one email. No, it would be better for you to find a smaller network of businesses to go to than try and find 1,000 prospects and just fire one email, because, it'd be great if everything worked that way. But in my experience doing B2B marketing, that's not how it works. So please reach out if you've got any kind of questions about that. If you've got any tips, anything that's worked for you or hasn't worked for you, let us know, because we are also here to support you in your sort of marketing and branding journey to become, a real expert in the field, and also to help progress you so you can focus on what matters to you most, which is racing. So please let me know if you've got any questions or queries, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.